What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Um, yeah, I know it's late. It's like freaking 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, but I just wanted to say something. Um, these playoffs have been atrocious, bad. Um, like it's getting to a point where it's like nobody ever saw this coming, right? Like nobody. Um, it's more of a shocker to the audience. People think it's a shock. Like, oh my God, we have these lower seeds beating these higher seeds and this and that and the third. And you can say the same thing for the NBA. You know, last year, Miami Heat, eighth seed, went all the way. Like, you could obviously, paint the picture, like the Packers going all the way just to lose in the playoffs. I mean, in the Super Bowl, right? Like you're expecting every single high seed to lose to a lower seed, right? Like you expect the Packers to beat the 49ers, right? Um, like you expect the Ravens to beat whoever they face between the Chiefs and the Bills, right? Which again, the Bills are the number three seed, and the Chiefs are like what, the third seed. Um, but due to their losses, they don't get home court advantage throughout the playoffs. The Bill does. Um, but it's just been like it and for the people that say, "Oh, no, it's not it," or no, like you got it all wrong. Like you know, you're supposed to have upsets in the playoffs. That's what makes it more. And no, one upset is okay. I'm fine with one upset, but two, like most of these games were not even interesting outside of the Rams, the LA Rams, and the Detroit Lions. That was the only game that was worth watching. Other than that, every single game were by double digits. It's like I was watching it's like I was watching a fucking college football game, some shit, you know? Because like, as long as I've been watching the NFL, there's rarely blowouts in the NFL. It's either it comes down to the last play or, you know, you know, they get in, they get in, they get in position to kick the field goal, right, to win the game. Or last second Hail Mary, you know what I'm saying? Hail Mary to win the game, you know? But every single one of these games have been by double digits. It's crazy. Like, we got the damn Texans and the Lions for crying out loud. And, shout out to both of them. They deserve it. Whether they had to win their last remaining games to get in, they got in, you know? But I like I just want competition, Like I don't feel like sitting and watching a blowout. It's no fun, you know. Um Even when the playoffs started, it looked kind of fishy, you know? Like all these matchups, all these, domino effects, like Mike McCarthy is facing his former team. Matthew Stafford is facing his former team. Um, there was really not that much storylines between the Bills and the Steelers, but it was like almost like, damn, this is boring, you know. And I'm not saying that because my team's not in it. I mean, obviously we had the season we had because we're no good, you know. Um, so I'm not gonna put my team in jeopardy by saying, "Oh, you're just saying that because your team is." Of course, my Giants was not in it. They was in it last year. They got on the road, or actually, they went on the road last year, and they won. Right now, this year is a little backwards. They went from being okay, we're gonna build off of what we did last year to what is this? And if you look at the strength of schedule, we had like what the fourth, fifth hardest schedule. So we was going against a lot of good teams. And next year we're going to begin. Next year we have the NFC South. So we're going to be facing a little bit of the NFC South. We're going to be facing a little bit of the NFC North. So, but yeah, it just like I just want real competition. Like if you're gonna have to, if every game has to be by double digits, is like what's the fun of what's the fun of that? And all these games been going by so quickly too. It's like they just want to get to the Super Bowl and get it over with, right? Now, who do I pick to win the Super Bowl? I mean, you've seen it in plain sight, right? I mean, you look at the colors of Super Bowl 49. Look at the colors of Super Bowl 49. It's purple and it's crimson red, right? You could possibly say, oh, it could be the Ravens and the 49ers, right? Rematch of Super Bowl, what was it? I forgot which Super Bowl it was, but I remember back it was 2012 when Joe Flacco beat Kaepernick to capture his first championship, and that sent, obviously Ray Lewis into the sunset. Um, and that whole power outage went out, and they was making a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about it, and as soon as it came back on, the 49ers, scored like 10, scored like what was it, like 14 unanswered points. But it could be that, I mean, the Ravens, or the 49ers could get their revenge, I mean, it is what it is. Um, Most people might think it's going to be the rematch of Brock Purdy versus, no, it wasn't Brock Purdy. A lot of people think that it's going to be the rematch of Super Bowl 46, I believe, with Kaepernick, not Kaepernick, Hermit the Frog, Patrick Mahomes, and at the time, Jimmy Garoppolo, you know. Um, but, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and complain. Um, but I just want fair competition. Like, I don't, of course, we don't want to be out here all day and we don't want to watch the games all day. Not all day, but, we don't want to sit here for the longest, you know. I think that's why the NFL just wanted to speed things up because, two days from now, you know, it's gonna be like January 28th. 2 days from now is gonna be like January 28th. So, or January 20th, I should say. Not this Monday, but the next Monday is gonna be like January 20th. So I guess they just trying to speed things up. They don't want to, derail. But my parlays. Yeah. So Cook didn't hit. Cook didn't hit. Who else didn't hit? And Allen didn't hit. I chose Allen to throw 2 touchdowns. He threw one. Hurts didn't hit. He threw 1 touchdown and not two. But other than that, I nailed every single one of them. So I won $42. So right now I got 40 plus 9 because I already deposited like $10 in there. So I got 9. So I probably got like $48, almost close to 50. So not bad, not bad. I should have, I want to go perfect, because when you go perfect, you win the big money. But it is what it is. I mean, I should have picked Devontae Smith and and Mike Evans. But obviously, it is what it is. Yeah, but it's just weird. It's just weird. Like I really didn't expect. I got a new light though. The other one was kind of sketchy. This one is more clear. You can tell. But but yeah, it's just I just want good competition. That's all I want. You know. Like I said, you can have one blowout game. You know. Like I rather all these games go down to the wire instead of ending in total chaos. Because these playoff games are just, oh God. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine the ratings in these games? Like, is it a good thing that the Cowboys and the Eagles both got blown out? Well, I'm not gonna say both because obviously the Cowboys did fight back. So I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna say the Cowboys got blown out. They did fight back. But the Eagles, the Browns, I mean, just utter destruction. In a bad way, not in a good way. But I mean that's how the NFL makes their money. We don't want the Eagles to face the 49ers because it would be a very great competition. You know what I'm saying? Now the 49ers, to be honest with you, they can just cakewalk through this whole entire playoff run. Like the the Packers are probably gonna get blown out. Um, who else? I forgot. Oh yeah, the Texans and the not the Texans, the Lions and the Lions. Yeah, the Lions and the Texans, right? No, no, no. The Texans is in the AFC, right? Yeah, the Lions are in the yeah. So hold on, let me look at my tablet because I'm just super lost right now. I don't know who faces who. Yeah, so I just gotta pick better on my parlays if I want to hit every single thing. if I want to hit every single one, I'm gonna have to pick the lows. Because I know most of these running backs are not gonna hit the over like that. Um, so yeah, so right here, okay. So I'm just gonna read you. I'm just gonna read you these games. Okay. Okay. So the Texans won 45-14. Okay. The Chiefs won 26-7. The Packers won 48-32. The Rams, which was the only game that was close, that came down to the wire, won 24-23. The Bills won 31-17, and the Bucks won 32-9. So you had one, two, three. You had three blowouts. You only had one close game. Actually, two close games. Okay. So next week is the divisional round. You got the Texans and the Ravens. You got the 49ers and the Packers. You got the Buccaneers and the Lions. And you got the Chiefs and the Bills. Where, like, look at this shit. Like, you can't sell this shit to the American public. I mean, the 49ers are going to cakewalk through this mug like it's no tomorrow. I mean, at least the NFC has a little bit of competition, you know? I mean, the Ravens, like I said, the Ravens are the only team that's probably going to have a little bit of trouble getting there. It depends on who they face, or if they, they're gonna dominate the Texans. Okay, the Texans, yeah, they won that one playoff game, but they're gonna have to come to reality, and like it's not gonna be pretty. The Packers, same faith. You know, you're facing a bigger, better defense, a very good offense, very good running game. So it's not going to be like the Cowboys, you know. The 49ers defense is not the Cowboys. Like Kevin Love, I say Kevin Love, Jordan Love is going to see ghosts. Same thing for CJ Stroud. You know, I don't know how good the Ravens defense is, but I know offensively they got a lot of good weapons. And yeah, so if they do lose, look, one it's an experience because all of them don't have experience in the playoffs, right? All of them don't have experience in the playoffs, so they're gonna get punched in the mouth. But you know what? They're gonna learn from that and get better. And as years goes on, they're gonna improve in the playoffs, and you can be seeing a lot of wins in the near future, but not in the right now. So my Super Bowl, actually, hold on, I had it here somewhere. Okay, so I had the Bills. I was wrong there. I had the KC. I had the Chiefs. I was right here, so I wrote it down. Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, I had the Chiefs. I was right there. I had the Steelers. I was wrong there. I had the Texans. I was right there. The Cowboys. I was wrong there. The Lions. I was wrong there. I picked the LA Rams. And the Eagles. I had them right. Actually, I had them wrong. My bad. So out of one, two, three, four, five, six, out of 6 games, I had two right, and one, two, three, four. So I went 2-4. Not good at all. Because I was just picking the favorites. I mean, think about it. Like you have the number 2 and 3 seed. Like, when was the last time the 2 and 3 seeds got dismantled by a lower seed? Like, it's crazy. And you could go, like I said, you could go back to that basketball reference I said earlier. Like Miami Heat being the 8th seed. Now I know they don't have an 8th seed in the NFL. It's just 1 through 7, right? So just like Miami Heat, beating the Bucks, beating the Celtics, going all the way just to lose. Now if the NFL was on some bull crap, the Packers would have been going to the Super Bowl if that was the case. Because the Packers are playing with the hot hand. The Packers have the Packers are playing with nothing to lose. It's more pressure on the 49ers because they have to win. Like, imagine if the Packers going all the way to the Super Bowl. It would be crazy. Like, the ratings would be dropping. I don't know if the ratings would be dropping or not, but like, I did not expect any of this. Well, I mean, I did expect it, but I just didn't expect how they was gonna lose. You know, I mean, like I said, I thought each and every single game was gonna go down to the wire. You had 6 games, six. I thought all of them were gonna go down to the wire. The only one that went down to the wire was the L.A. Rams and the Lions. I mean, the Cowboys tried to came back, but it was a little bit too late. So I'm just saying all this to say the NFL needs to do a better job. I mean, we cannot continue. We cannot let this happen. We cannot continue this. I mean, it feels like a Sweet 16 kind of. It feels like a lower seed Marquette going all the way and beating Duke. You know, or New Mexico going all the way and beating Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels wrong, and I didn't like any other games. You know, I mean, I'm just doing it because I have prop bets. That's the only reason why I'm watching. I mean, right now I could have been watching my Knicks, who obviously lost today, but it's all good. I mean, they could go on a 3-game winning streak because they have very bad teams ahead of them. Obviously Jalen Brunson didn't play, but that's a whole other story. But all I want is just good competition. That's all I want. I don't